Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where apparently we lost this area. That's disgusting. We're going to do something about that by immediately seizing this back de jure. Now we cannot hold Mysia here, so this is actually absolutely perfect. We'll declare this war. We are above our vassal limit right now. We could just grant over these vassals here. I think that's reasonably okay. We can also look at potentially granting, Crete. This vassal. Okay, that'll do for now. We do need a counselor here. Let's go with, say, this lady. Cool. Okay, so we'll raise up our forces somewhere around here. Their capital is nowhere around here. Their capital is actually all the way out over here, which is a long ways away, to be sure. So it'll be a while before their troops arrive. So we're raising our men-at-arms, and we'll raise a few levy troops. We don't need too many. There we go. This should be sufficient, and we will immediately head on in over this way. We have a dangerous faction here, and this is the Queen of Burgundy. Okay, there's not a lot that we can do about her right now. I'll send her a gift and hope that that's enough to pull her out of this faction. These factions are generally quite happy with us, actually. This guy's Catholic. Can we convert him? 93% chance. Yes, we can. Beautiful. Okay. So he converts over. And what does that put this at? Who is this guy? We can't declare war on him anyway. We'll take his money. Sounds good. So that guy's at 94%. Okay, he left the faction. So we're back down to this. We have a half-brother here. We could get the second most powerful guy out of this faction, and that should take care of it for the time being anyway. We'll get these sieges taken care of. Oh, this is convenient, actually. We really like that they're sieging this. That'll make our siege down here go faster. Sounds good. So we'll wrap up this siege. No problem there. That'll be nice and quick. We're 35% here, so this will overall get us to about 70. And the real question is, when will his armies show up? He started a long ways away, for sure. We'll see how that goes. This siege is going to take a bit. 5 months. Okay, so this will be finished soon. Who's this guy? We're not able to declare on him. We accept his money. Fantastic. So we do have a breach here now. And we have a learning perk available. We'll take scientific. Cool. So primogeniture is going to finish up here in 15 years. Sounds excellent. They did finish up their siege here. And we will walk on over as soon as we can. There we go. Cool. A secret was exposed, but we don't really care too much about that. So we're going to reconquer this area. And we should be able to siege this fairly quickly. We still don't know where their troops are. But currently they don't appear to exist. Oh, this is rude. This is very rude. They sieged back that territory. We're gonna have to go get that. Very rude indeed. Can you stop, buddy? Well, we're definitely gonna head up there and retake this stuff. Somebody tried to claim our throne. Very rude. So they're going to come over here and siege this as well. We're going to come fight them. We want this war over fairly soon. There is this independence faction. We could think about fighting them if we wanted to. It's an option. Oh, hello. There's their army. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll get this territory back. Really? They're raising up forces over here again. and attacking over here. Very rude. Well, we'll see what these guys decide to do. They're parking on this island. Okay. What level title is that? County? Okay. We're pressing a larger claim, and we're their liege. Can you just stop, buddy? Okay, war is over. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Cool. So we'll need to grant out all of this territory. None of this is territory that we're not allowed to hold. All of this is allowable territory. But we will need to grant it to various vassals. Cool. So next up, we're going to need to usurp this title. There we go. And grant that over to you. Cool. And now we can grant you to Thessalonica. Perfect. Okay. Do we want to deal with this independence faction? I think we get it out of the way. We haven't had any factionalism yet this life, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to just get this done. So that's going to be in 3 months. We'll accept this ransom. That seems fine. The Queen of Burgundy is the war leader here. So we want to raise up our troops right here. We'll raise men-at-arms. We'll raise some levy troops. Should be fine. Can send an ultimatum in 1 month. This is way more troops than we need. Cool. Sure, we'll attend your peace. Okay. Send your ultimatum. You can do it. I have faith in you. This seems fine. Any moment now on the ultimatum. They like us so much, but they're just not interested in leaving this faction. We could probably bribe our way out of it or whatnot, but I think this is fine. We will not be threatened. So, we're going to start a siege on her capital. Fantastic. She raises up troops here. That's to be expected. We're going to go stack wipe them in 11 days. So once this is down to 8 days remaining, there we go. That's actually 7, but that's fine. We're going to head on in, and her capital will fall. Cool. We're going to head over this direction. We do need a siege commander. There we go. We're only at 15% war score. I had hoped we'd be a little bit higher than that right now. And what faction is this? Liberty? In 8 months. We do have daughters and half-sisters. Okay. We'll do something like that. We'll see what that does. Okay. That means that we're not going to see another faction. So we can get in a new spy master here. I'm not going to bother with this slow siege, I don't think. Not when they have troops coming this way. They're embarking. We'll come on down over here. They're no longer thinking about embarking. Okay. We do have ticking war score at this time. They're now heading northward. Okay. I was just checking their overall number of troops. I'd like to head up here and fight them. Before they get more troops in this area. So this should be reasonably fine. We finish up this siege, and we can come down over here. I want to check. Yes, that's okay. So this is currently on even chances. I'm going to let them progress and move some troops out of there. Then we're going to come in. Now their troops are much more spread out. We had good time to whittle down half of their forces there before the other half arrived. And so we end up winning. Fantastic. So 46% war score right now. We do get a learning perk here. And we could take anatomical studies. Seems okay. Cool. We'll head up here and slow siege that back. It shouldn't be a very lengthy siege. 4 months. Okay. Seems reasonably fine. Cool. So ticking is on our side, and we have multiple sieges on the way here. That's 8% there. We'll definitely take Squire traditions. Cool. I didn't mean to click that, but okay, sure. That's reasonably fine. Okay, we'll siege here. We're at 70% at this point. Make that 73. And we're going to head down this direction. We do see a decent-sized army over here. So we need to be a little bit careful here. We may want to sit over here for the moment and resupply. That may be our better bet here. They're sieging this very quickly, which is sad, but it is what it is. How spread out are they going to be here? We can always raise up more troops in Montpellier if we want. So I wouldn't be opposed necessarily to doing that as well. We need to win a big battle here. So, here's the plan. We group these guys together, and we head down to the capital. We bring in reinforcements. This should be enough. And we group this together. Then we come in up here. They're fairly spread out, so it will take them time to get in here. Nice. This is a very, very decisive victory for us. Ooh, and a stack wipe. I like it. We'll head off over this direction and get another stack wipe. And now we're at 93%. We're going to go take Nice, and that should end the war. Fantastic. Okay. Yep, there we go. So that's done. We'll enforce those demands, disband our troops. And I'm not expecting there to be any further factionalism in this life particularly, unless we get into a really tough war. But for right now, I want to come down over here because there is this little section of African coastline that we missed. So I want to attack this and get that taken care of. We're going to go de jure for the county. And we will raise up our troops over here. She's going to raise up right here and walk in here. So we don't want her to stack wipe our 0 stack. But I don't expect that we'll need any more than our men-at-arms. So we'll do something along the lines of this. And that should be no real problem. Excellent. So we'll group up and head on in shortly here. There was a holy order hired, apparently. Not here, though. So in we go. We'll stack wipe her army, no problem. And actually, war's over. Cool. So we'll enforce that. We captured her, no problem. So that territory is ours. From here, I would like to go after Armeniac. We're still truce to the Byzantine Empire, and we're not truce to Georgia. So we could go after Georgia here in theory. A kingdom invasion might not be the worst idea. We're going to come back to that. I want to go after Armeniac first. We can do a holy war for the Duchy of Armeniac, and that should be no real problem. We'll raise up our men-at-arms and a few levy troops. And we'll prepare to go on in there. But yeah, a kingdom invasion of Georgia would allow us to grab this location. It would allow us to grab this entire coastline, this coastline, and basically everything up here. Like, they have a lot of coastline. Stuff over here we can't go after, right? But apparently we're at war with Georgia here. Okay, good to know. Georgia's in multiple other wars. This guy wants a truce. We can't well, we can fight him, but we don't plan to for a while, so we'll accept that. 40,000 troops, so this should be sufficient. And we'll wait for our men-at-arms. There we go. And let's head on in over here. Cool. Okay, this is going to be slightly awkward for us, but we'll eliminate these forces. Sure, no problem there. A Georgia Kingdom invasion is definitely interesting. The question is, are we going to get enough there to make that worthwhile? We'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. Learning lifestyle perk, maybe. Let's see about grabbing that. 2,000 Northern Knights, huh? Okay. Well, we'll see if we can write better than that. Myself in disguise, of course. Actually, what is our diplomacy skill? We are a lot more diplomatic than that guy is, so it should be okay. Okay. We succeeded. So we get a learning lifestyle perk. We wrote a fantastic play. So we are going to go for wash your hands. We should probably swap over to wealth focus from here, though. So we'll go ahead and do that and boost up our income. All good. Another 15 days left here. We'll let the trader be known to all, and we'll head off over this direction. Cool. This will be a much faster siege. That's what I wanted to see. So we're 30% war score just from this single province, which is kind of huge. 40% from that one. We'll siege here and then take over their capital. They can't defend this. Every time I see this, I think it looks like the radioactive symbol, and I'm like, why is it radioactive in 1303? But obviously it isn't. I think these are like bells. It just vaguely looks similar when you look at it out of like the corner of your eye. Excellent. So this siege will be done in 3 months. They're actually going to finish up this siege first, but we might win the war from taking their capital. We'll see. If not, we'll go after this army. We'll see how that goes. Our other option for kingdom invasions, of course, is in India. And that may end up being our better option. We'll take a look at that after this war and try to decide what we want to go for. Sure, show in the Jarl. Cool. I accept your generous gifts. We're going to fight this army. That is commanded by the ruler, so there's a very good chance that this ends the war. In fact, I think it will guaranteed. Only 87. Okay. Never mind. We're going to head over here and re-siege this. It should be a nice and quick siege. Cool. Very quick indeed. Next, we'll head out over this direction. We're at 97%. We don't yet have ticking. Our wife got cancer. Sad. This is an enemy that we cannot protect her from. But we probably should have a physician nevertheless. We'll start a search for a physician. Cool. Okay. So this siege should end the war. There's a court event available, but that's fine. Successful treatment. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. War is over. Beautiful. We'll enforce these demands and disband our troops. And then, of course, we need to grant out these territories. Cool. We also have to grant independence, I believe. Yes. We have to grant independence to this guy, as well as this guy. Done. Okay, cool. So, we need to think about our kingdom invasion then. Who do we want to go after? Georgia is an interesting option. We'd be able to take over their entire coastline. That said, how many counties would that end up looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, quite a number. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or no, we already have these. Well, it would be quite a number. Let's think about potentially attacking somebody in India as well. These are probably less good, just looking at them. We'd have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We may have to grant out these 2 counties. 8, 9, 10, 11 counties from doing that. I think Georgia probably is the better option here. Now, none of this over here we can take except for this. And then we can... It's going to be a little awkward to get what we want out of that, right? We don't want Bulgaria. I can tell you that for right now. Zaporizhia might be our best bet. We technically cannot hold this county. So we'd have to make that independent. But everything else here we can hold, and then we can go after some of these other coastal areas, right? We can go after things like this. We cannot go up here, but we can come up over this direction and take that. This is held by the Byzantines, so there's nothing we can do there, really. But we can take Burgas, we can take Vratsa. And this coast over here. This coast over here. There's quite a lot we could get out of this. Okay. Now, they do have some pretty mediocre allies. 22,997 troops does not feel like all that many. We are above our vassal limit, and I would like to get that solved before we do anything here. This duchy should absolutely be created and granted over to here. 3 vassals go with. That seems fine. That solves the issue. Okay, so back to Georgia. I'm definitely leaning towards going for Zaporizhia here. I think this is objectively worse. So we go for Zaporizhia, and we aim for taking every coastal province that Georgia has. The same way we did with these guys. That's what we aim for. So let's go ahead and declare that. There we go. And we will raise up our troops over here. We'll raise men-at-arms, and we'll raise levy troops. We know that we need somewhere around 25,000. That's what they have right now. We need a spy master as well. There we go. Okay. So it's looking like 25k. Yeah. Cool. So we will head on in over this direction. And there we go. It is pretty late in the episode to get started on this war, though. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to handle some royal court events here. Fetch the chisels. Beautiful. Okay. They refuse to pay us back. Very rude. We'll spend court grandeur. And this guy can be a court jester. All good. And with that, it's about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to fight Georgia. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, even, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.